Hi, it's Mark again on the Indie Clone 25 channel here. Gonna do a review on the Indiana Jones paperback novels, which started in 1991. We have first in the series was Indiana Jones and the Peril of Delphi. This is Indiana Jones in college with his first adventure that he had with let's see here, it says on the back here. Uh, 16th centuries, the Order of the Pythagorean has awaited the reappearance of an ancient oracle. And Indy is in this book and starts off with Indy going down a well, going deep into this underground cavern. And based on the story, I did like it. This is written by Rob McGregor. Rob McGregor had done, I think, 4 or 5 different of the books. He started off doing them. Peril of Delphi was one of the books that kind of took Indy in a direction where it's a little bit more not adventurous, but more analytical, where he was learning about the different stuff in archaeology that really made him what he was in the movies. This book here, I did enjoy a lot of good. When you read it, you get a lot of good visualization in your mind of what you want to see. Like I said, this one was Indy's in college, so I kind of gave him a look when I looked at him as Sean Patrick Flannery from the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. And then as the years go by on these books, you get to make up your own visualization of where Indy's at. This book I liked, very informative. It had a lot of good information in it. It was also a very good read. Very good first going for the Rob McGregor, who also, I think, wrote Last Crusade's novel. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that again and see. But that's because I know he wrote one of the Indiana Jones novels. Now we have the next book in the series is Indiana Jones and the Dance of the Giants. Now this one, also by Rob McGregor, had a lot of dark undertones in it, I thought, but very adventurous, very good book. There's a lot of different characters and development for a lot of Indy and for some of the other characters in here. Now, Deidre is in this book. Now, this one in the book series was Indy's main love interest. If you do happen to pick these up, this is a good starting point with her to get her into the character of the books that she did. This was a very good, just an outgoing for Indy to get into the basically the what was it, the Stonehenge. The Stonehenge is the main fact on this one. If you get a chance, you do want to get this one. Very good read. Now, the next one in the series is Seven Veils, Indiana Jones and the Seven Veils, also by Rob McGregor. This one here has Indy and Deidre Campbell going into the Amazon. This one I kind of had to read it a couple times to try to get some of the parts to it. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed Rob McGregor's work. To me, it was just I had to kind of get myself a little bit more into it. I was like, at this time, I'm like, it's Amazon. I've seen Anaconda, so I was like, do I really want to read this? And I'm like, I will. And but yeah, it was a good story. And like I said, Rob McGregor does go into depth with Indy and getting the character down really well. Now, This one also has some of the Celtic druids in it, so I don't know how that really fit into there. That's why I think I had to read it a couple times, but it was a good story. So far, all the Rob McGregor books that I've read, I would give them like a 3.5 out of 4. Very good storylines, and the adventure was good. Now, next is the Indiana Jones and the Genesis Deluge. This one was kind of the least of my favorites for the Rob McGregors. It was it's basically looking for Noah's Ark. To me, it was just it was a good adventure, but I just thought the other 3 were a little bit better than this one. I like this one. It's just not my favorite out of the 5 that he did. Again, Deidre is with him. And basically, it's just Indy finding the Noah's Ark and finding out, what parts that he needs to, good chases in it. There was a couple of good chase scenes in it, and to me, it's just, it's not as good as the other 3 that I've read so far. This one was really good, but it's just not as good as these 3. The next one is the last, I believe, of the Rob McGregor. Nope, it's the Unicorn's Legacy. Now, this one has Indy in Colorado. I believe it's in Colorado. It's in the... let me kind of have to look at this again. Looking for a unicorn's horn. Basically, it's just him and... I think it's a new love interest in this one. Can't remember. I can't remember her name offhand, but it was good. I liked it better than the Genesis Deluge, but it was a very good book. The dig scenes where he's rooting for and looking for different artifacts and so forth. Really. In depth, letting it in, what Indy's looking for, how he does his work. I would basically say this one was another maybe 3.5 out of 4. This is one of the better ones here too. The last one in his series is the Interior World. We have Indy going into let's see what we got here on Chilio Island, on the Easter Islands. And this one was very good. I kind of give it maybe a 3 out of 4. The main villain was pretty cool. I liked it. Indy's adventure in this one, to me, it was just so-so. It was not as good as the other ones, but it's still a good read. A lot of information in here on the certain ones that they did. A little bit better than the next couple of books coming up, but yeah. So this is another good read. If you, I do believe I remember seeing on one of the websites that this one was, about a 3 out of 5. I'm giving it a 3 out of 4. So, but it's a very good read. Next one is Indiana Jones and the Sky Pirates. This is done by, I believe, Martin Caidin. If you do know who Martin Caidin is, he was the original writer for the original $6 Million Man TV series, which the book that was based on. Not a fan of this one as much. I mean, it has some good stuff. It's too, I don't know, it's too informative. He kind of writes everything that he sees. If you were looking at something, he's going to tell you the diode on the light was blinking red and the diode next to it was green, and the switch was in the off position. So he goes into great detail on a lot of the stuff, so that way you get a visualization of it. But it's a little bit too much. Not a bad story, but if you don't mind all the exposition leading up to where Indy's going, so this one I kind of give it a 2.5 out of 4. The next one in the Martin Caidin series is The White Witch. The White Witch, it's basically about the Wicca. Indian meets a girl archaeologist named Gail Parker, and again, a lot of exposition, a lot of writing about what's going on. Indy's learning how to fly a plane in this one. Doesn't really learn how to land it yet because he's just learning. He figures that he needs to because of all the other adventures he's had. But again, like I said, Martin Caidin goes into detail, telling you about the shrubbery, about the grass, in the area, how the berries are almost ready to be picked because they're ripe. It's like you don't need that. You just need the adventure. Now, the next couple of books, you're going to get adventure in. Now, these are going to be the ones that you definitely want to read first before you read any of these other ones. I love Robin McGregor. Honestly, I do. But we got Max McCoy. And in this Indiana Jones and the Philosopher's Stone, not the Sorcerer's Stone, that's Harry Potter. Sala's in the book. We have Indy. Max McCoy writes the character as we see him in the movie now. He has his, his attitude to archaeology now is more like, okay, I have to save these products. I have to get these things for the museum. And the action, it's written. Just like if you ever read Raiders of the Lost Ark, the book, you got your story, you got your action, you got it in here. You definitely got it in here. Philosopher's Stone is a must-read. This one, almost a 4 out of 4. I would say 3.75 out of 4. It was awesome. I like this one. Like I said, Max McCoy, you gotta read his books first before you. I mean, if you want to go in timeline order, fine. Go McGregor to Caidin and then start here. But I love these first. I love these ones first. Next one is Indiana Jones and the Dinosaur Eggs. Now this one, we have a character in here, Wuhan. Wuhan is from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. We get to hear a little bit about Lao She, and it's very good read. I mean, it's just Indiana Jones. He's like almost kind of finds like a missing world where the dinosaur eggs are at, and how they try to. They have a train action scene in here. Loved it. If you do get a chance to get this, must read. It's also another 3.75 out of 4. And we got up to now to Indiana Jones and the Hollow Earth. Max McCoy does it again. It's a marvelous read. Ultima Thule is the area that Indy's looking for now to look for the artifacts that he needs. So I mean, it's a pretty cool story. I loved it. Again, he writes the book as you would see in the movie. You got your parts where you stand up and you start learning about what the character is looking for, what he's looking for, and then the fight scenes, and then the chase scenes. They are just glorious in this book. Again, now this is another 3.75 out of 4. And this one really leads up until the next book. And the next book that we're going to review on it is Indiana Jones and the Secret of the Sphinx. Now, this one is my all-time favorite. This is the book that I always recommend first to read anything. I love this story. This is like Raiders of the Lost Ark in the movies. I mean, it's got the action. It's got everything set up just beautiful in there. A lot of good fight scenes. I mean, this is just like if you read Raiders or Temple of Doom or Last Crusade paperback book, this follows along just like that. It's a great read. Indy, of course, we got Sala and Marcus in this one. And Indy is after the Omega book. Now, it's kind of a hard find for him to look for it. but the chase scenes, when you read this, you're going to love it. The chase scenes are the best. Now, this really basically ends the 90s series of books that came out. The next book that came out, which is still part of the, I guess, the novelizations, is the 2008 Indiana Jones and the Army of the Dead. Steve Perry, he was a New York Times bestseller author, and he did Shadows of the Empire. Shadows of the Empire I loved. But this one, I kind of just got lost because Indy's searching for, you know what, I actually forgot what Indy was searching for because they kept so much information on the two bad guys. There's the Chinese and a Nazi, and they went behind so much detail on the backstories of the Chinese and the German bad guy. To me, it was just like, okay, I'm reading it, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to know that this guy's mother did this and this father did this, and it's like what led them to be where they were at. And it's like, okay, this is more like their book than it is Indiana Jones' book. I mean, you got to read it. It's Indiana Jones, but read it last. It's a lot of exposition on the bad guys, and to spend too much time with them. If they kind of maybe shortened it a little bit with those bad guys and got into the main Indy story, I probably would have liked it a lot better. Now, I forgot to say, Secret of the Sphinx, like I said, is my best. This is a 4 out of 4. So make sure that you do get to read this one. This one, sadly to say, it's a 2 out of 4. Martin Caidin I thought was bad. This guy just went way back into tearing too much information about these guys. Kind of lost Indy in there. Kind of lost the artifact, MacGuffin. But yeah, so if you get a chance, read the other books. If you want to go out of order, Max McCoy books are the best. Secret of the Sphinx, then Rob McGregor's books, and then you're all set. Now, they're going to have, hopefully it's a new book. It's going to be most likely the novelization of the new movie. So if you get a chance, pick it up, and I'll have some more reviews up in the future. And once in a while, have a good adventure, and take care. Bye-bye.